We recently spent a short weekend traveling to Copey de Dota. Copey is an extremely small town near Santa Maria, the municipal city of the canton of Dota, sitting in a high valley at 1,900 meters, and is flanked by the Talamanca Range rising to 3,000 meters. Dota, and the neighboring cantons of Tarrazú and Leon Cortés, comprise what is known as the Los Santos region, the heartland of Costa Rica. It is famous for its coffee, some of the highest-rated coffee in the world. It is also the southwestern end of the road to Providencia de Dota, one of the best-known birding hotspots in the country. In May, you travel there to walk the Providencia Road in search of capturing a glimpse of the Resplendent Quetzal. A wonderful sight, but there are many other interesting things to do there. Our first stop was to the only true commercial winery in Costa Rica, Copey Estate Winery. Copey Estate Winery was founded by an Israeli-Costa Rican couple who had started a winery in Israel and wanted to do something in the area of her family home in Costa Rica. The label has become known as Three Corners Wine, with wines from 3 different corners of the world, all in extreme climates: the Negev Desert in Israel, volcanic heights of Moon Mountain in California, and, in Copey de Dota in Costa Rica. The tour is similar to any Sonoma or Napa Valley winery. You get to visit the vineyards and hear the story of the winery, which has had its ups and downs, including losing its first generation of grapevines. To augment their business, they are also producing Golden Rush, the only Achuva golden berry liqueur in the world. After the tour, you have a testing of wines and liqueurs from all 3 locations in their special tasting center. After the tasting, we had a charcuterie board filled with cheeses of the Copey region. Over the past couple of decades, artisanal cheese making has flourished in the region. We were treated to a wonderful goat cheese, 2 types of Swiss, and a manchego, all from Queso Pacheco, operated by the son of a former Costa Rican president. Only a few blocks from our cabana was the trout farm and restaurant for a star party. The event was put together by a group that runs nature and birding tours, but recently has added astro tours in the Copey area. We set up our gear with the other assortment of astrophotographers with telescopes of all sizes, then went out to stargaze. By 2 a.m., the Milky Way had risen and arched across the entire sky. Dark sky objects from star clusters to nebulae were visible, and the rising constellation of Aquarius supplied meteors. The tiny crescent moon along with Saturn rose right before a beautiful sunrise that ended the viewing. We ended our visit with a several-hour walk to look for the Dota region birding specialties, from the clownish-looking acorn woodpeckers, to one of my favorite toucans, the northern emerald toucanet, and nesting long-tailed silky flycatchers. And a local guide helps, for they know where the Quetzal live and nest. We walked several kilometers up the Providencia Road as cars raced back and forth filled with tourists looking for Quetzal. One car stopped and told us they saw some right ahead to where we were already heading, so we started looking and waiting. Patience is called for when looking for the Resplendent Quetzal. After about 10 minutes, a spectacular male flew in and sat in the open for all to see. The word quickly spread, and within 10 minutes we had a dozen vehicles with people arriving, forming a paparazzi-like mob to view and photograph the bird. On our way home from Copey, we stopped at a shop to buy some of the local coffee and cheeses. If you want a very different weekend here in Costa Rica, head up to the Los Santos region to cool off and enjoy some Quetzal, Queso, Cabernet, and Constellations.